The world will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, the world will tell you. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder, a secret order. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved but only outgrown. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. If one does not understand a person, one tends to regard him as a fool. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. Why should I henceforth not love my dreams, and not make their riddling images into objects of my daily consideration? The pendulum of the mind alternates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. The word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. He who looks outside dreams, and he who looks inside awakes. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol, or morphine, or idealism. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. Show me a sane man, and I will cure him for you. Everyone you meet knows something you don't know, but need to know. Learn from them. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Normality is a fine ideal for those who have no imagination. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. The difference between a good life and a bad life is how well you walk through the fire. Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. We don't really heal anything, we simply let it go. We are not what happened to us, we are what we wish to become. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. Do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. Free will is the ability to do gladly that which I must do. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. To be normal is the ultimate aim of the unsuccessful. In every adult there lurks a child, an eternal child, something that is always becoming, is never completed, and calls for unceasing care, attention, and education. That is the part of the personality which wants to develop and become whole. Nothing is possible without love, for love puts one in a mood to risk everything. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. We don't get wounded alone, and we don't heal alone. Resistance to the organized mass can be effected only by the man, who is as well organized in his individuality as the mass itself. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. The man who promises everything is sure to fulfill nothing, and everyone who promises too much is in danger of using evil means in order to carry out his promises, and is already on the road to perdition.